Hello everyone, this is Seoul Korea. I am Hannah. I am going to recite according to Mark Gospel, Mark chapter 5. They went across the lake to the region of Gerasenes. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an evil spirit came from the tombs. This man lived in the tombs. No one could bind him anymore, not even with a chain. For he had opened hand and foot, but he tore the chains and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with a stone. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God you won't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "You come out of this man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion." Then he replied, "For we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. A large herd of pigs was feeding in the nearby hillside. The demon begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs, allow us to go into them." He gave them permission. The evil spirit came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank and into the lake. They were drowned. Those who tending the pigs ran up and reported this in the town and countryside. The people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons, sitting there dressed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. Those who had seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man, and told the pigs as well. Then the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. As Jesus was getting into the boat, a man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, but said to go home to your family and tell them how much Lord has done for you, and how much he has had mercy on you. So he went away and began to tell in the Decapolis how much Jesus has done for him, and all the people were amazed. When he had again crossed over by boat to the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered him while he was by boat. Then one of the synagogue rulers named Jairus came there, seeing Jesus, and he fell at his feet and pleaded earnestly with Jesus, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hand on her so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went to him. A large crowd followed and pressed around him, and a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. And she had spent a great deal under the care of many doctors, and had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When he heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, if I touch his cloak, I will be healed. Immediately her breathing stopped. She felt in her body that she was bleeding from her suffering. At once Jesus realized that power had gone out from him. He turned around in the crowd and asked his disciples, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding against you," his disciples answered. "And you can ask, Who touched me? Who touched me?" Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, trembling with fear, and told him the whole truth. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in and be freed from your suffering." As Jesus was still speaking, some men came from the house of Jairus, synagogue ruler. "Your daughter is dead. Why bother the teacher anymore?" Ignoring what they said, Jesus told the synagogue ruler, "Don't be afraid, just believe." He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they came to the home, the synagogue ruler, they went in, and Jesus saw a commotion with people crying and wailing loudly. They went in. He said to them, Why all this commotion and wailing? This child is not dead but asleep." But they laughed at him. After he put them all out, he took children's father and mother and the disciples who were with him. They went in where the child was. He took her by hand and said to her, "Daughter, 달리다 kum," which means, "Daughter, I say to you, get up." Immediately she stood up and walked around. She was 12 years old. At this, the people were astonished. Jesus strict order not to let anyone know about this, and told them to give her something to eat. Thank you.